One more case study. Amazon's iterative narrative emails. All of us purchase everything on Amazon. Email is one of the oldest digital channels. Yet, when done with a narrative, with a story, with intelligence and iteration, it becomes one of the most strategic tools for customer engagement. Amazon does not just send emails. It tests, refines and evolves the narrative elements to drive long-term engagement. And with the engagement comes the business, the commerce. People start buying on the platform. Today, let's unpack how Amazon uses iterative narrative email testing as a feedback loop to improve storytelling, user engagement, and also as a precursor to sales. Email from Amazon has got a sequence flow chart. They just don't shoot emails. There's a sequence. First, what to show? Step by step, they create the email series. There are narratives designed across the emails. They do an A/B testing with variations. That means one email is drafted in a particular language, the other email is drafted in another language. With that, they do engagement metrics snapshot. Thereby, they use visuals. The visual anchors the concept of iteration. So one email leads to another, informed by the audience response. So if the audience is responding, then what should be the next email is already ready. So the series do not go out in one shot. Unlike the transactional emails. The transactional emails are like, okay, you have paid, here is a receipt. Or an OTP has come, so please tell the OTP. No, they are not like that. They are narrative email series. These narrative email series aim to build context. They try to engage the customer emotionally. They reinforce value of a product over time, drive sustained behavior. Amazon constructs email journeys around product introduction, obvious. The millions of products that are available on that platform. It benefits the storytelling actually. They create a story all around the product. Present the social proof of acceptance of a new product. That reassures the reader. They build in a small incentive for the reader. And then again there is a reminder email which goes out. For example, the flow could be welcome plus the story about a product, right? Then they bring in the use case and then they narrate the benefit of that product. Obviously, it will be followed by social proof, that is testimonial. Somebody has liked the product. They will try to create a scarcity, thereby give an incentive so that the sales cycle begins. And finally, they will give a reminder or the next step, what the customer should do. Each step has a narrative purpose. How do they do the A/B testing in this? Their headlines and images are used to do this test variations. Subject lines, the hero visuals, how is the story being told, the narrative framing, the CTA, the call to action, and every email is segment specific content. They will not mix segments. cosmetics with food products will never happen, right? So for example, in the subject line, they might write for A/B testing, version A, your first look inside our curated pics. Or version B, hand-picked for you, shop stories that matter. Now Amazon will track open rate, who opens the email. Next comes the click-through rate, the CTR. Then comes, did they buy that product, the conversion rate. And they will calculate revenue generated per email. So if I have got a mail about a particular product, did I go and do the CTR on Amazon or did I buy it? And the time of the day when the email was effective. These iterative tests are not one-off. They're always done in a continuous loop. There are people to run this entire narrative in loops, right? Because of which engagement metrics dashboard is created. Remember, you are doing an email engagement. So thereby, the person has to open the email. So does the headline invite or is attractive enough for the audience to open it? Does the content inside pull the readers deeper? Does the narrative take you to purchase it on the platform? Or there could be unsubscribe also, complaints also. Now that's signals of narrative disconnect. The business impact is seen when sales starts rolling in. These metrics act almost like telemetry. They tell you where the story is resonant and where it fails in real time. Absolutely real time, because every story, every email has got a hero picture, has got a story, has got an incentive and has got a CTA, right? So the narrative iterations need to be very, very imaginative and seasonal sometimes. If we take the category of fashion, okay, let's say we want to introduce a story about something fashion, something new which has come onto the Amazon platform. So in the subject line, what do I write? Discover this season's inspired looks. So what is the story inside? Along with the hero pictures, trend, current trend and curated pics. So what do we observe? Outcome is opening rate is almost 21%. CTR is 4.5%. So the social proof is very low, right? It has come down. Now in the email 2, right? What do we write? Let's change it now. Remember, A/B testing is happening. Subject, we write, see what others are loving this week. And what do we write in the story? We give testimonials and UGC visuals, that is user-generated visuals. What's the outcome? Now the open rate has climbed to 23%. But CTR has gone up from 4.5% to 7.2%. And revenue per email is almost 12% plus. What does this tell? Audience responded better to the narrative or to the story which was socially validated. Remember the UGC content which went out? People start resonating with each other. Email 3 could be incentive plus story. Now I have been able to make them open. I have been able to go and buy. Can I give them an incentive? So the subject line can become unlock 10% off for your trend picks before the sellout. So you're creating a push, push, push. So in the narrative, what are you talking about? You're talking about the benefit. We're talking about the scarcity. And the outcome is now 28%. CTR has climbed to 12%. Conversion has gone up to 20% plus. So what is happening? This iteration has improved behavioral outcomes, not by selling, but by enhancing the story. We are doing an urgency, push. We are giving a 10% benefit, push, right? So the story remains the same. The fashion line remains the same, but the narrative has changed. How do you refine the timeline of a narrative? Email 1, look into the feedback metrics. What are the feedback metrics you are watching? In email 2, please update the narrative depending on the feedback. And in email 3, make it adaptive. Let it not be linear. Let it not be a monologue. Let it become a dialogue. Right? Why iterative narrative emails work? That means we are correcting the emails or we are responding to the feedback that the customers are saying to us. Because then the customer feels that they respect audience memory. Why iterative narrative emails work? Because the customer starts feeling that they respect audience memory. One email becomes the foundation for the next. So it's a continuous process. It is not in isolation. The brand starts using data as narrative signals. Opening rate, CTR, heat maps, revenues, all of these are storytelling cues. The moment data is there with us, can I integrate that data into the storytelling narrative? Then it starts building emotional continuity. They do not drop off at random offers, but they start connecting to the brand. What happens when you have this continuity? It reduces friction. Emails are then not seen as intrusive. They are more value oriented because you are getting information on time. Correct? So if you are getting information on time, you are acting accordingly. So iterative email marketing is extremely important. Also HubSpot does this A/B testing very much. You all must be knowing about HubSpot. HubSpot is globally one of the most important places from where you have a lot of educational materials. It highlights testing subject lines and CTAs core to iterative narrative email strategy.
In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to run A/B tests in HubSpot. A/B testing is a fantastic method for optimizing your landing pages and ensuring that your marketing efforts are as effective as possible. By the end of this guide, you'll feel confident in setting up your own A/B tests with ease. First, head over to the HubSpot website. If you're familiar with HubSpot, you probably already know where to go. If not, you'll find the login button right in there on the homepage. Once you've signed in, which I'll assume you've already done, you're ready to begin exploring. Now, take a look at the left sidebar. This is the central hub for navigating through HubSpot's rich array of marketing tools. Click on the Content option. It's here that HubSpot keeps all the creative elements of your campaigns. Once you've clicked Content, a drop-down menu will reveal itself. From this menu, select Landing Pages. This section is crucial because it's where your A/B testing will take place. A/B tests focus on refining these landing pages by comparing two variations to see which performs better. Assuming you've already crafted a landing page, what you'll do next is select that particular landing page. If you haven't set one up yet, I recommend pausing this video until your page is ready. Clicking on your landing page brings you to an editing screen where you'll make all the magic happen. Now, on the left sidebar again, you'll notice an option labeled Test. This is your next destination. Clicking on Test will bring open another menu, and you will want to select A/B Test from this list. Setting up an A/B test allows HubSpot to alternate between two variations of a page to see which achieves better results based on your chosen metrics. And just like that, you've set up your A/B test in HubSpot. It might seem like a simple series of clicks, but this small action can provide insightful data into how audiences interact with your content. You will be able to assess different headlines, layouts, images, or calls to action, whichever variable you believe needs optimization. Remember, while it might be tempting to test multiple things at once, the best practice is to test one variable at a time. This ensures that you can truly pinpoint which change affected the performance outcome. Effective A/B testing requires patience and attention to detail, but the payoff in terms of increased engagement and conversion can be significant. Congratulations on setting up your first A/B test. Keep testing with different variations, and before long, you'll uncover insights that can dramatically improve the effectiveness of your campaigns. Thanks for watching, and happy optimizing.
This email strategy needs to be written down first. In accordance, you create the subject line so that you're creating the hook for the open rate, and then it goes to the CTR. Please remember, iterative narrative emails are actually conversational loops, not broadcast blasts. Conversational loops are two-way dialogue. Broadcast is one-way monologue. The story never gets completed in one message. It emerges over time, refined by feedback, optimized by data, and finally crafted by insight. So any storytelling, any storytelling can get refined if you start looking at the data points and accordingly take the feedback and accordingly start doing testing yourself. Netflix does, HubSpot does, Amazon does. These are the biggies of the world. If they are testing their own selves, then any brand should do this. Because storytelling is not linear. It is conversational. Till I meet in the next video.